What's kicking y'all? Kwikpanik here, and I'm on the floor because we're now floor gang. That's a PewDiePie thing. If you didn't understand that, you're ceiling gang. Ha! Anyway, we're gonna be going through some pops. I have a lot of boxes that have built up. If you aren't aware, I have been renovating my studio, and I had to put in new carpet. So all my pops got moved around, and then I'm getting a new desk, and there's just a whole lot of stuff that's being moved around. So I'm on the floor right now. And I set up my Pokemon pops because we have a lot of Pokemon stuff we're going to go through, and a lot of Marvel. There's, is that all? No, there's also Dragon Ball Z. It's going to be a good show, okay? So bear with me while everything changes behind me. We'll be back to a better setup very soon, I promise. So let's just get into it since there's so many. I also have some protectors that I'm going to show off that I prefer to use for my pops if you're curious. Or are looking for something high quality, because I never settle for less. Let's just get started. This is actually the most recent thing that came in. But this came from Amazon. And this is part of the Avengers Assemble line. And you've seen that I've gotten all the other ones if you've been watching my videos. But this one is Hawkeye. And we have gotten Iron Man, which is the first one. And then we got Hulk. Yes. Now, the third one is Hawkeye, and we should be getting Thor next month, I believe. But anyway, if you don't know what this is, the Avengers Assemble set is a set of 6. Yes, all of the 6 original Avengers. I know how to count. And they are in a circle like they are in that super pivotal scene in the Avengers where they all circle up in the middle of New York City to battle the Chitauri? Yes, and Loki. So anyway, excited to add this to my collection. I think it's back up on Amazon. If it is, I'll leave a link in the description. If you're curious, these are $20, I believe. So it's going to cost $120 to put them all together, but all their bases will stick together. This is definitely going to go out of box eventually, and I'll have to include that as part of my display somewhere. So I think that's it for Amazon. Well, let's stick with the Marvel theme, and this is a pop that is a PX exclusive and is a Marvel pop. And this is Punisher War Machine. So this isn't part of the MCU. This is a iteration of Punisher where he got to wear the War Machine suit, which is one of Tony's previous Iron Man suits that got commandeered by Rhodey, etc., etc. Anyway, so this is a PX exclusive, and it has a really sick paint job. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it based on the glams, but it ended up looking very, very good. Man, it's just a really good job. I love when they do comic book versions, and you'll see we have another comic book version of a Marvel hero coming up very soon. So next we'll save that one. Let's skip to something that was actually, this was picked up locally, and this is, speaking of Avengers, this is one of the original Avengers pops that was ever released. The original Avengers line had Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and Nick Fury. So there were 5, and there was a Loki that was San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that is like $1,000 now. So I won't be getting that one, but I decided that I want to start working on that line, and I started out with Captain America himself, and the mold is unique. That's why I want to collect this line. Is the mold that they use for these pops hasn't been used again for anything. Not even like the gold series where they did the gold chrome or anything like that. So excited to add to my collection. I'm really picky about boxes, so I'm going to actually stick them in one of the protectors that I'm about to show you here in a little bit. If you have, this is weird, I've never asked for this on video, but if you have any of those original Avengers pops in the box in good condition and want to sell them, just let me know. I don't know. Is that against terms of service? I don't think so. Next up, let's get another Marvel one. This is from GameStop. That's a different one. Oh, here we go. This one actually came in like 2 days ago and was just released. I'm scared because it's from Walgreens and they didn't put anything. I just booped the mic. I'm sorry. They didn't put anything in it, I don't think, to save it. And I didn't bring a knife over here, so I'm going to very carefully open this and anecdotally go over why I'm excited about this. But this is a pop that is exclusive to Walgreens, and the mold looks amazing. Walgreens always tends to get really nice Star Wars and Marvel, I don't know how loud that is to you guys, Star Wars and Marvel pop exclusives. So I'm praying this came in good shape. It's part of the 80th anniversary line of Marvel. And, oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. All right. He came in good shape. So this is Adam Warlock. And if you aren't familiar with him, because you only watch the MCU, he is part of the Infinity Saga initially. And you can see he is wielding the Infinity Gauntlet and not Thanos. And he is like S tier. When you're looking at the Marvel universe and everybody's like, well, Thor's the strongest or Captain Marvel's the strongest. This dude, he will just delete you like he's Beerus from Dragon Ball Super. I'm so excited that this came in good condition because I've been looking forward to getting an Adam Warlock pop. He actually kind of makes an appearance in the MCU in that at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he is what is supposedly in that little sarcophagus kind of thing on the gold people's ship. I don't know what race they are, but oh, it looks so good. I'm excited. His face is yellow on purpose. If you go look at the Infinity Saga art for Adam Warlock, he is kind of yellow in the face. I hope that's not jaundice. I hope he's okay. Next up, let's get into... Oh, this one's a random one-off. So I had recently gotten Joe Perry from Aerosmith, and the other really popular member of Aerosmith is, of course, the lead singer, Steven Tyler. I had pre-ordered it from GameStop, but it came in not in good shape. So I took a chance with Amazon, so I lied earlier. This is another Amazon pop, but it's a common. It was the only place I could find it. I do not ever order from Amazon when I can manage to, so let's see if we had any better luck. If our luck was garbage on this again, then I'm just going to go to HEB, which is our marketplace, and see if I can find one in good shape. He looks a little... He's okay. I think this is decent enough. I'll put him in a protector, and I won't even know the difference. But we got Steven Tyler. If you don't know who Aerosmith is because you're too young, they were a popular band in the 70s, 80s, and even into the 90s and 2000s. So Steven Tyler is like one of those musicians that has an amazing high vocal range, and he's right up there with like my favorites. Aerosmith is with AC/DC and Foreigner and stuff like that. So excited to add this to my Pop Rocks collection next to my Angus Young. We're actually getting a new Ozzy Osbourne soon, so I'm excited to get that into my collection as well. Okay, so moving on. This is a really long video. I'm sorry. And I skipped a Marvel pop. Oh my gosh. So let me... Dog's barking, my bad. This next one is a pop that has been really sought after for a while, and it was another PX exclusives. And this is Iron Man. So when he's down on his knees and he pulls up the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thanos is like, hold on, I gotta get the right hand. I am inevitable. And he goes, dunk! And then he turns his hand around. There, none of the Infinity Stones are in his hand. And then Tony gets up, and then his gauntlet starts putting all the Infinity Stones in the gauntlet. And he's like, I am Iron Man. And he goes, bah! And deletes Thanos. This is a pop from that scene. So I'm very excited to add this to my collection. It's glow in the dark, and it's Marvel. So, like, how do you even beat that? Moving on. I think the dog stopped barking. Sorry about that. This next one is from Box Lunch, and I actually got this in already, but it came in a bag. This is a Box Lunch exclusive pop. It came in a bag, and it was... There's a picture on my Twitter if you want to go look at it, but the damage was unbelievable. Like, sometimes I get picky about a little crease or a tear or something like that. This was... It damaged the pop. The box was damaged. It's a t-shirt pop, so I always have bad luck with those already. But this is it was just brutal. It was gory. I fainted. Ooh, that was really loud. This is hard without a knife. Never again. This is probably one of my worst quality videos I've ever put out with the dog barking and everything, so I'm sorry. Let's get... Yes! Bum 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 ba da 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 bum bum. We got the Velociraptor with T, and I gotta say they let me keep the other one. The pop is actually damaged, which really sucked. But I got to keep the T-shirt, and I've been wearing it, and it's super super soft. So in the interest of time, I'm not going to open this one. I'll just pray for it and hope that it comes out well. But this is just the same Velociraptor pop that we got with the original Jurassic Park line. And it is just translucent green because that's what the merchandising was like in the advertising back in 93. But the t-shirt is amazing. So I think this is worth it just for the t-shirt on its own. Funko, good job on increasing the level of quality that you've been doing on your t-shirts lately, because they're so much better. Okay, so this next one is from the new Dragon Ball Z line. There are 4 pops that I got from the new line. I haven't seen a shipping confirmation for Kale. There's a Galactic Toys exclusive Kale that I want, and it hasn't shipped yet. But the first exclusive from the line is not in my hand. It's somewhere in the stack, I guess. But the first pop I wanted to pick up was Hercule. If you don't know anything about Hercule, he is not like any of the other characters in Dragon Ball Z in that he is not actually a good fighter. He doesn't have any powers, but he's hilarious. He talks up a big game, and so that's why I wanted to buy him. There's also a specialty series version of him where he's Super Saiyan that I didn't pick up. I'm not familiar with that pop. I don't remember that happening. I guess it happened in Dragon Ball Super, but I watched that a couple years ago. So anyway, we got Hercule. He's the first up in the Dragon Ball Z line. Next up this one is amazing. This is like one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Super, and this is Caulifla, and she's Super Saiyan here, and she was in the Tournament of Power in an alternate universe, and she's so cool. She's feisty, and I just love her. She fuses with Kale, so I wonder if we're going to get that pop at some point with the Pitara earrings, I believe. But we got Caulifla. There's a 2-pack with Caulifla and Kale that's coming out to Funimation, I think? I don't know. I might be wrong. But there's also glow-in-the-dark Kale that is already up at Box Lunch. I'll post a link if it's available right now. This is the next one, Future Mai. This is from Future Trunks timeline, and this is like his love interest, Mai. And she's actually, for not being a Saiyan, she's actually kind of amazing. She's got her gun, which is like her superpower, I guess. But she's very cool. I loved her character, and I wanted to pick up, one of each character that I care for in Dragon Ball Super. The last one is the one that I was really excited about. So we got a Metalic Gohan, but it's an adult Gohan. Finally, we have like 15 kid Gohans. But this is a metallic version of Gohan, and I believe this is when he's in his, what's the form? It's like Ultra Gohan or something like that, but he ends up surpassing his powers as a Super Saiyan and staying in his normal state. So I think that's what they're going for with this pop. It's really good. It's a really nice mold. The metallic looks really good on it, unlike the Spider-Man we saw in Hot Topic. So if you're curious, I recommend getting it. Okay, the last couple will be Pokemon. This one I've been waiting to open for a while, and it's just been sitting here, and I guess I should have already opened it. This was a really hard to get pop. This was another pop from the Mythical line, and this is from Funko Shop. I was able to snag it. I've just not been able to open the boxes yet. So this is part of the Mythical line, which I collect, and this is the first 6-inch pop that they have from the Mythical line. I opened the wrong box. That box is something else, but to maintain continuity, I'm going to open this other box from Funko that I got. This is the first 6-inch Myth pop, and the design is great, I gotta say. This one has a nice metallic paint on it, like the Chupacabra had. Was there another one from the Myth line that had metallic? I think it was just Chupacabra. Yeah, but this one looks sick. And unfortunately, it's sold out at Pop Culture and on Funko Shop Online, and a lot of people didn't get it. So if you want a Myth Pop, don't sleep on it. They will sell out on you. It came in a nice shipper. Thanks, Funko Shop. So we have in our hands the legendary Blue Eyes. Not Blue Eyes. We have the Kraken, and dude, does he look good. Look at that metallic paint. He's holding a little ship in his hand. I don't know if you can see that very well with this camera that doesn't like to focus, but looks like the box came in great shape. I'm going to go ahead and put in one of my 6-inch protectors that I get from Retro Protection. Looks like Vaulted Vinyl is going to be doing some 6-inch pop protectors very soon. Oh, it looks so good. Metallic Funko. Good job. Good job. I think the metallic fits really well. Like when you look at things that come out of the water, they have like that scaly sheen kind of to them. That's what that reminds me of. I'm so happy with that one. Okay, the last 2 boxes here are Pokemon, which makes me super happy. So the Pokemon Pops actually hit Funko Shop before anything else, and Funko Shop has been doing that lately. So keep an eye out there if you are interested in those. I'm going to go in Pokedex order, which is dangerous because I don't remember the Pokedex order for 2 of these. But the first one we're going to look at is a Pokemon that is, by casual Pokemon players, kind of like a meme. But this guy is powerful, okay? This is the legendary Rattata, and he looks so good. Funko did such a good job on the molds for these pops. Rattata, looking sweet, looking fine. I'm really happy with that. I wonder if they're going to do the Alolan Rattata, which is like an amazing design for the record. It didn't come in great condition. I think there's no like tears or anything. I think I could buff it out, but they put everything in bubble wrap, so that's good. Rattata's first up. The next one I do know the Pokedex order for. This is number 25 in the National Pokedex, and this is Pikachu. And so we have a bunch of Pikachus. There's one right here where he's just kind of waving. There's the original one that came out at Target. And now we have one who's kind of like charging up a Thundershock. I think it was listed as like Grumpy Pikachu or something like that. But he looks way better than his glam picture did at the beginning. So I'm excited with his ears tucked back like that. Almost didn't look good, but in real life, I promise, it looks way better. Okay, who comes next in Pokedex? Is it this one? Or I think it's this one. This is Growlithe. My boy Growlithe, who evolves into the legendary Arcanine. Really, it was a legendary back in the day. But we picked up Growlithe, and this one's coming out of box. I can't wait to put him on display next to my Bulbasaur. But Growlithe was like my first favorite Pokemon, and he's just so good, and he's adorable in pop form. 100% recommend grabbing this guy. Okay, I'm pretty sure Cubone is last in Pokedex order, but Cubone looks so great. He looks so good in pop form too. Pokemon, good job. Keep it coming. I'm taking this one out of box too. I got 2 copies of all of them, except for Pikachu, I think, just because I really liked this line. A lot of people don't like Rattata, and Cubone is like, but these are like Gen 1 Pokemon that I fell in love with back in the day, so I'm excited to have them. Last one, this one is from the Pokemon Center. If you like this kind of content, just let me know by leaving a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like Funko Pop content or Pokemon content, because I open packs on here as well. Like I said, I'm sorry for the format, for the quality of the audio, because the dog barking and everything. But we'll get this back up and running in a professional state, and we'll be uploading more regularly. I just got to get my office back in line, and hopefully you'll like the new display that I am working on for behind me in the videos. So I want to get into this last one, but they're using industrial strength tape or something. Gotta be careful not to hurt this one. This isn't Flareon? This is so weird. Okay, I'm about to show you something that's not Funko at all. But, let's just enjoy it together. What the heck? Did I miss a box? I don't think so. Well, I got Sitting Cutie plushies. I got 2 boxes from Pokemon Center. Then I got Hercross, who came back in Isle of Armor. And then Celebi, who's my favorite mythical. And this one's for my kid that's on the way, due in November. Politoed, because he looked nice and cute. I guess I'll show you Flareon some other time? But anyway, I picked up some $7 a pop protectors. I'm not going to bother you with those. And some Vaulted Vinyl protectors. I'll leave links for those in the description. That is all I've got for today. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Later.